they say about me. And I'm not weak.
Jennifer Lopez just got dropped by her record label after her latest album flopped. But the real shock isn't the business failure. It's the decades of disturbing allegations about how she got famous in the first place. Her ex-husband swears he saw her drenched in chicken blood during a Santeria ritual. A former employee claims she burned wedding dresses to ward off demons. And insiders say even Ben Affleck was spooked enough to joke, half seriously, about staying on her good side so she wouldn't curse him. But here's the kicker. While her empire looks polished on Instagram, behind the scenes Lopez is facing career collapse, strained finances, and accusations of witchcraft that threaten to overshadow everything she's built. Stick around until the very end, because we'll share the exact sworn testimony from her ex-husband that started the witchcraft rumors decades ago. Jennifer Lopez's fall from untouchable superstar to embattled icon didn't happen overnight. It happened step by step. For years, Jennifer Lopez was a guaranteed moneymaker. Labels signed her knowing that even a mediocre record would ride her name recognition. But in 2025, that safety net vanished. Her label, BMG, quietly ended its deal with her. Industry sources confirmed it was a one-album contract, and after This Is Me, now tanked, the company refused to renegotiate. The decision was telling. BMG saw no financial upside in backing her again. What's striking is how discreet the split was. There was no press release, no Instagram goodbye, no attempt at spin. Instead, the deal ended with silence, an unusual move in a business that thrives on hype. Analysts suggested the label wanted to avoid headlines about losing money on one of the world's most recognizable stars. The numbers back them up. Despite a glossy documentary and scripted film tied to the album, This Is Me now failed to chart strongly. Physical sales were modest, and streams lagged far behind younger acts. Lopez suddenly found herself in an unfamiliar position, an independent artist at 55, forced to shop her music without the infrastructure of a major label. For someone whose career has always relied on big marketing budgets, this was a dangerous turning point. And as the music industry moved on without her, another warning sign appeared. Her audience was no longer showing up. For 2 decades, Jennifer Lopez cultivated a loyal fan base that treated her like pop royalty. But loyalty has limits. By 2025, social media sentiment shifted hard. Hashtags mocking her Vegas shows trended on TikTok. Twitter users circulated clips calling her out of touch, accusing her of living in a self-made fairy tale about Ben Affleck that no one wanted to watch anymore. Ticketmaster data revealed what fans online were already saying. The seats were empty. For her Las Vegas residency, whole sections of the arena remained available even after weeks of sales. Reports showed tickets priced as low as $121 were still unsold, while the premium, $1,300 VIP spots didn't move at all. Vegas residencies are typically gold mines for stars in their 50s. Acts like Celine Dion and Usher proved it can revive careers. For Lopez, however, the gamble backfired. Even European shows, once considered safer markets, got lukewarm reviews. A moment during a show in Turkey went viral. When a fan yelled, "Marry me," Lopez quipped, "I think I'm done with that." The crowd laughed, but the clip reinforced the idea that her once relatable love stories had become stale punchlines. Her fans weren't just cooling, they were turning. And when the public slips away, there's only one card left to play: reinvention. For Lopez, that meant channeling her breakup into music aimed directly at Affleck. Lopez's new single, Birthday, signaled she wasn't finished. Released with a smaller label, it barely made a dent commercially, but it hinted at a broader project insiders are calling her revenge album. According to industry leaks, Lopez has written multiple tracks targeting Ben Affleck, framing herself as the survivor of a toxic marriage. One unreleased track, Wreckage of You, reportedly paints Affleck as the broken one while casting her as reborn. Early listening sessions added fuel. At an exclusive event for 30 fans, Lopez previewed 6 songs. Sources say she told the audience she was turning pain into power. It was an unmistakable attempt to mimic Taylor Swift's strategy, weaponizing personal heartbreak into a marketable storyline. But without a major label, Lopez's reach is limited. Streaming platforms prioritize artists with corporate backing, and radio support is scarce. To some, the listening party felt less like a launch and more like damage control. Ben, meanwhile, was reportedly blindsided. Friends of the actor told tabloids he found Wreckage of You humiliating, especially as he was juggling financial stress and career obligations. One insider claimed Affleck just wants to forget the marriage ever happened, but Lopez's music is keeping it alive. This feud isn't just emotional, it's financial, because the collapse of their marriage left them entangled in one of the most expensive real estate mistakes in Hollywood history. The $68 million Beverly Hills mansion that once symbolized Ben Affleck's fairy tale reunion has become a nightmare. Purchased at the height of their rekindled romance, the sprawling estate featured a dozen bedrooms, multiple kitchens, and a private cinema. But now, it's unsellable. Even after slashing the asking price, the house remains on the market. Real estate insiders say potential buyers were wary of the bad energy surrounding it, a subtle nod to how public the couple's split became. In the meantime, Lopez and Affleck are reportedly covering an enormous monthly mortgage. Imagine paying 6 figures each month for a property you don't even live in. Worse, both moved into new multi-million-dollar homes separately. Ben into a $20 million mansion, Lopez into one worth $21 million. The optics were clear, a one-upmanship game. For Lopez, the extra million was interpreted by some tabloids as a deliberate flex. These real estate battles highlight the undercurrent of pettiness between them. It's not just about love lost. It's about reputation, wealth, and pride. But while real estate is a very public symbol, Lopez's private encounters were beginning to reveal something even stranger. A moment outside a Chanel boutique became a metaphor for her fading A-list status. Paris Fashion Week is where stars prove they're still relevant. But Lopez's experience outside a Chanel boutique was a humiliation caught on camera. According to eyewitnesses, Lopez and her team approached the luxury store, only to be stopped by security. The reason? The store was already at capacity. Even for Jennifer Lopez, there was no exception. Cameras captured her being told to wait. To her credit, Lopez handled it calmly, simply saying, "Okay, no problem," before walking away, but the clip went viral. Social media users mocked the incident as proof her star power had dimmed. "If Chanel doesn't let you in, you're not J.Lo anymore," one user tweeted. For a celebrity whose brand is built on exclusivity, prestige, and red carpet access, the symbolism was devastating. It wasn't just a missed shopping trip. It was a metaphor for being left outside of the cultural conversation. Combined with faltering music sales and weak ticket demand, the Chanel snub cemented the narrative. Lopez was no longer untouchable. But while her public image cracked, the darker rumors that had haunted her for years resurfaced. Because Lopez's downfall wasn't just about ticket sales, it was about witchcraft. Jennifer Lopez's first husband, Ojani Noa, was married to her for less than a year, but his allegations have lingered for decades. In interviews and sworn testimony, Noa described participating in Santeria rituals with Lopez, a spiritual tradition that blends Catholicism with African Yoruba practices. He claimed he saw Lopez involved in animal sacrifices, including chickens and hens, where the blood was poured over her body before she was bathed in holy water. Noah insisted the rituals were meant to cleanse their marriage and boost her career. He further alleged Lopez's godmother, a spiritual leader, orchestrated these ceremonies for financial gain, eventually turning Lopez against him. The claims sound sensational, but they gained traction because Noah wasn't alone. Over the years, other insiders echoed similar stories, that Lopez leaned heavily on mystical practices, believing they influenced her love life and career trajectory. For Affleck, these rumors were unsettling. Sources claimed he privately joked about not crossing Lopez, but also admitted he didn't like the idea of being targeted by a hex. Still, it wasn't just her ex-husband keeping the rumors alive. Lopez's reliance on one particular spiritual figure has been well documented. At the center of Lopez's alleged spiritual life is Mel Gonzalez, described as her longtime godmother and Santeria advisor. Insiders say Lopez leaned on Gonzalez for major decisions, from personal relationships to business deals. One report claimed Gonzalez warned her that the release date for Gilly, her ill-fated film with Affleck, was astrologically cursed. Lopez allegedly lobbied studios to reschedule, but it was too late. Gonzalez's influence extended beyond film. She was said to perform cleansing rituals whenever Lopez faced setbacks, burning herbs, casting out bad auras, and writing down the names of people Lopez believed had wronged her. Those names, according to sources, were used in ceremonies meant to weaken her enemies. Lopez reportedly treated Gonzalez's guidance as gospel. In one instance, after her first split from Affleck, she allegedly rushed to Gonzalez for spiritual cleansing almost immediately. This reliance raises the question: how much of Lopez's success did she credit to talent, and how much to rituals? And just when these whispers threatened to fade, another voice emerged, a former employee with access to her private life. In 2005, Lopez's makeup artist Scott Barnes was abruptly fired. Reports later suggested it was because he leaked details about her personal life. Afterward, whispers circulated that Barnes planned to write a tell-all book, exposing Lopez's voodoo rituals. Barnes allegedly told friends Lopez burned objects to ward off demons and even destroyed a wedding dress as part of a ritual cleansing. He also claimed she relied on healers who conducted animal sacrifices. Although the book never appeared, the rumors left a lasting stain. The image of Lopez, not just as a pop star, but as someone dabbling in the occult, became part of her shadow reputation, and the timing couldn't have been worse. By the mid-2000s, Lopez's career was already facing ups and downs. The idea that she was supplementing her fame with rituals, true or not, added a layer of mystique and suspicion. But all of these allegations circle back to one pivotal moment: the original sworn testimony from Ojani Noa, the document that first accused Lopez of blood rituals. And that's the receipt we'll end with. We promised the receipt that started it all, and here it is. In sworn testimony, Ojani Noa described being present during a Santeria ritual with Lopez. He alleged a hen was sacrificed, its blood poured over her body while a priestess prayed to cleanse her spirit and save their marriage. Afterward, Lopez was bathed in holy water and herbs. Noa claimed the ceremonies weren't isolated. He insisted Lopez believed these rituals strengthened her career, cleansed bad energy, and influenced her romantic partners. He even alleged she used them against past lovers, including Sean Diddy Combs. Lopez has never addressed these claims directly. She's remained silent, letting the rumors swirl. But silence leaves space for speculation. Now, with her career at a crossroads, record label gone, residency struggling, and fans questioning her authenticity, the witchcraft allegations feel more potent than ever. So, what do you think? Is Lopez simply the victim of bitter exes spinning stories? Or is there more to her success than meets the eye? Comment below with your take. And if you found this breakdown eye-opening, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because next week we're covering a scandal even bigger than this one.